Hello everybody and welcome to another video with me, Unitex, and today we are doing our mid-impressions of Horizon Forbidden West. If you want to go back and watch my first impressions in the first few hours, you can go back by clicking over. I'm going to point here and hope that it appears. But this is our mid-impressions. I'm around, I think, either between the 20 or 30 hour mark, and you can get it finished, I've heard, about at 50 or 60 hours. Obviously, spoiler alert. Because at this stage I'm halfway through the game-ish. I think a lot of the things that I said in the original video still stand. I am finding that the pickup speed is still a bit slow, but it's fine. Especially when you're on a mount, when you're pausing to pick up something, she kind of stops, picks it up, and then continues on. A few other things of the nitty-gritty stuff that I noticed is that originally I did have the mount on as auto sprint, but I found it actually very difficult to control, so I toggled that off. Plot wise, it did get much better after we had done the embassy. Originally I was a bit concerned because we had been thrown straight into all of the action and I was a bit confused. However, after a point where you did the embassy, the intrigue started to really build up at that point, and it was really nice because I wanted to get into a new story that wasn't too reliant on what had happened in the previous game. Now obviously there's a connection there for obvious reasons because it is a continuation of Aloy's story. However, this is a new threat and it makes it way more interesting. And so far, like any platinum trophy hunter, I've been doing all the side quests that I can before I actually go on with the main quest. The only thing I would say as well that really works really well is that your side quests actually make sense for the game. Oftentimes you'll get a side quest that will give you like a nice weapon or whatever, but in this case side quests are actually adding to your weapon wheel, which is really good, and it's also tying into extra characters who come into play further down the line, so it's really nice. It seems more natural to do side quests this way, and it's encouraging people to do the side quests as well. Otherwise you might find yourself a bit under leveled or a bit stuck or without weapons that you want, especially for doing things like the trials. I've done 2 trials so far and they've been absolutely fine. Some parts I did have to look at a few videos to figure out what the hell I was doing, especially for some of the puzzles because I'm just not a big puzzle person, but so far the puzzles haven't been infuriating, they've been pretty straightforward. In terms of machines, I'm very pleased with the ones I've fought so far. I've done 2 cauldrons. They are their own section and they do take a lot of time to do, but it's fun to get into the underbelly of the world and see how everything is functioning in that respect. In terms of the weapons, really pleased with the variety, and being able to tag machine parts is very useful. It's allowed me to not have to try and use just my eyes to scan things and figure out where the hell each part is, but actually to be able to hone in on one particular part and then run away if I feel like it. Now it is rare that I will run away, but it is useful to know exactly if I need a piece for salvaging or whatever, that I just have to target the piece and then I can just shimmy out of there. And then of course after rebooting Gaia, whoop whoop, and seeing the beta character, there's definitely a lot more of a story there which I'm interested to hear about, and that's not just reliant on silence, which by the way, even though he's extremely irritating and self-righteous and everything, he's written to be that way, and he's done in a really good way that you naturally feel antagonized, and yet there's a tiny bit of humanity there too. I wouldn't say that it's redeeming. I still find him annoying, but I think he's well written to be annoying. He reminds me of Theseus and Hades, which by the way, if you want to go back and watch that video, you can go up here. I have attempted to play Machine Strike as well. Machine Strike is basically Horizon's version of Gwent. It's not a car game, it's just that they have their own little inbuilt game that they have within the universe. Now I'm bad at it. However, I did appreciate that the tutorial was very straightforward and did give me a good flavour for the game. I do have to win against 2 people to get a trophy, which I have not done yet. I've attempted, but I've just been like, you know what? I'm going to leave this to one side and I'm just going to glide off a mountain instead. Let's talk trophies because as I said, I'm a platinum hunter, so tips so far. Firstly, put all your skill points into the warrior tree, fill out the entire tree. You'll actually pop 2 trophies anyway if you do that, so that's what you need to focus in on first. Apart from that, something that's actually useful to you is that if you're in an area, go and secure the tall necks first because they actually clear the fog and make it much easier to see locations. So those are my midway game impressions. I'm looking forward to doing a final review when I have the game completely done. I say completely very loosely, so I probably will have the platinum trophy, but I won't have every single little thing done. So far, it's been an amazing example of a AAA game. It's stunningly beautiful. The combat is really fun. There are only a few niggling bits that put me off, but not too much. And let me know, whereabouts are you in the game right now? Obviously no spoilers, but I would like to know how you're finding it so far. Are you enjoying it? Are you finding it tiresome, too big? Let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to see more content from me, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe because it's free, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Peace!